Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I just opened a couple of positions on the Boom 1000 market, and I just added two more. I am confident that this market is going to fly. It's going to give me at least 5 to 8 or 10 candlesticks, and I'll be out of the market by the time the spike will come. So this strategy is actually one that will give you a sell entry on the Boom 1000 market and a buy entry on the Crash 1000 market. Then at the same time, this same strategy can be used to catch spikes. So I'm going to show you guys how it's done. All right, I'm going to show you guys how you can catch spikes. That means you'll be buying the Boom 1000 market and you'll be selling the Crash 1000 market to catch spikes. All right, so before we go into it, I'm going to, by the way, this is going to be my SL in case the market, in case there's a spike, in case it doesn't go my way and it spikes, I'm just going to leave the market right above the previous high, which is this region, guys. I'm just going to take my loss around this region. Now, it's not every trade that is going to end up in profit. All right, you guys need to understand that trading is losses is inevitable in trading. So there's some trades that will not end up in profit. It doesn't mean that the strategy is not working. It just means that you missed something and you need to look into it and make sure that you correct it in the next trade. Okay, so this actually is going to give me some money. I believe that. I believe that so well. But in case it goes a different direction, right? This is where I want to cut my losses. If there's a spike and it goes above this region, then I'm out of the market. I don't want to take more losses, right? So that's what that means. Now I'm going to go ahead to show you guys the indicators that gives me this entry prompt, right? The indicators that I'll be using are the first index, the stochastic oscillator. These two indicators are what you need to make really good entry, fancy entry. That's what I like to call it. All right, entries that people call sniper. Right, entries that gives you that doesn't give you headache. It just goes straight into profits. You don't get to stress yourself to make money from the market. All right, so the first is the first index, which would go with the period of 4. Method should be simple. Volumes, you just choose tick for volumes. All right, and there's no levels needed on this, so we don't need to add any level. Right, for visualization you just need to leave it at all time frames. And then please, if the color of your background, if your background, if your chart is actually white background, please select colors that will be visible. Right, that means if the background of your chart is white, go for dark colors. If the background of your chart is black, is dark, you go for bright colors. Okay, just like we normally do. So you click done when you're done with that. You can see we are still going, we're still going in profit, and I think I will be taking my profit around this region. So that means the market would likely give me up to 5 candlesticks before I leave. I should have taken this trade long before now. I should have entered this trade right about here, around this region, but I guess I did not see the market. Of course, obviously I was not aware when the market did some things I'll be explaining to you guys. Now, something just happened that might cause a spike, right? Might cause a spike, and we've already gotten 3 candlesticks. Probably by closeout, but the spike also might not be too serious, so I'm not afraid. So the next indicator we'll be needing is the stochastic oscillator. K period of 5, D period of 3, slowing of 3, price field should be low high, method should be simple, please. All right, levels we need 20, 80, and 8. All right, 20, 80, and 8. For style, you can use black color if you're using white background. If you're also using dark background, you can use bright colors like white color and any other color that is bright, that will be visible in your charts. And then for pixel, choose like the last pixel right here. Right, click done when you're done with that. And for visualization, please ensure that the main style you use the same color as the background of your chart, same color as the background of your chart. Right, for a signal you can choose red, you can choose any other color that will be visible in your chart, but please, I would urge you guys to just use the same colors that I'm using so that it will be easy for you to understand what I'm explaining in this video. All right, so we are good. We are still in profits so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10. I'm out. I think I'll be out with 6 because of what just happened around here. I'm going to explain it later. Now, how do you get an entry using this strategy? These powerful indicators are too powerful, guys. They are really powerful, but I also know that they are powerful because of the setup. The setup is not easy to come by, guys. It's not easy to come by. Now, if you notice here, whenever price comes to this region, whenever the blue line here comes to this region and it drops, and then the red line here, the blue line here is the force 4, right? This is a force indicator, while the somewhat red line here, I think that's maroon color, it represents, that is the stochastic oscillator, right? So when they come together around this region, all right, when they come together around this region and then they cross each other and then they drop, that's the signal for you to sell. But before you get the signal to sell, you need to first of all go to your higher time frame to check if the market is actually in a downtrend. Okay, the market is actually in downtrend. My students understand how to do that without the use of indicators. Shout out to all of my students who, especially the new ones who just enrolled in the 13th August mentorship program that just kicked off. We are doing pretty fine, guys. We are doing pretty fine. The students are already so much they're already so much informed. They're already very happy to be part of the session. It's very educative, very impactful. So I urge you guys to please ensure to, especially if you want to make sustainable money from this market, you need to have some knowledge, guys. You pay for it, pay for knowledge, guys. You don't really need to pay to me. You can just make sure you meet some other mentor who is dedicated. I used to say that a dedicated student deserves a dedicated teacher. So make sure you pay somebody who is ready to teach you guys and who is also capable of simplifying these things, because it can really be complex if you don't meet the right person to teach you. Now notice that whenever price comes to this region, it usually drops, right? Whenever there is a convergence, right? Whenever price converges, whenever the blue line, which is the force, and the stochastic line, which is the red one, whenever they converge around this region, and then they drop, two of them drop towards the downside, it usually gives us a selling signal. All right, usually gives us a selling signal. You can see how this goes, guys. So I want you guys to test this strategy. I want you guys to try it on your demo accounts and make sure that you understand it, it works for you before you get to apply to your live account and make profits. And please, when you make profits, I'm not asking you to give me money, but just make sure that you come to tell me how you made money, guys. I like to hear the good news. I like to hear the good news. So you can see too well that this happens a lot. This setup is really, really powerful. It happens a lot whenever there is a convergence around this level. Whenever price converges around this level, and then it drops, it sells, it drops. Whenever both indicators converge around that top and then they drop together, it usually gives us a really high probability of selling. This is for the boom 1000 market, please. This is for the boom 1000 market. My trade is still in profit. I'm going to end this video soon so I can just close them out and just do other things for myself. But I'm just showing you guys whatever happens, or what happens whenever um, these indicators get to converge around this region and then drop below it. When they converge around this region and drop below it, you can see all the candlesticks that you can catch. You can make a lot of profit for yourself. Now, how do you make money catching spikes still using the same strategy? I think I should just make another video on that. Okay, but let's go to the crash market and show you guys how it works for the crash market. Now, the opposite of what I explained for the boom 1000 market is what happens with the crash 1000 market, right? As it stands right now, I cannot take a trade here just yet. I cannot buy. Remember, I said that I'm supposed to be buying the crash 1000 market and be selling the boom 1000 market. This is a typical um, scalping strategy where you're just going to catch a couple of ticks and you're out of the market. Now, I'm not going to enter the trade because these two indicators are converging at this region, which is supposed to be signaling a sell at this region. Except I want to catch spikes, which before I think of catching spikes, I need to first of all go to the higher time frames and see that the market is in a downtrend. This is for crash 1000, please. I need to see that the market is in a downtrend. I need to see a proper downtrend. Okay, how do you see a downtrend? You can use your moving average, you can use your charts, your candlestick chart patterns and all of that, you can see when you see series of lower highs and lower lows, you know that the market is in a downtrend. My students are very much aware of what I'm talking about. If you're not my students, I'm sorry for you, but those guys, they know what I'm talking about. They don't even need indicators to do all of this, right? So the market, for the fact that the market has come to this region, I'm not going to take a sell. I'm just going to wait. What am I waiting for? I'm going to wait for price to drop all the way to this region. Okay, that means I'm going to wait for the indicators, the two indicators. I'm going to wait for the blue guy. It's already dropping. That goes to show you that um price is about to reverse, right? There might be a spike anytime soon. Now, if the red guy can also drops, also reverses and start points downwards and drops, right? That signals a sell. But like I said, I'm gonna have to go to a higher time frame to see that the market is also signaling a sell on the higher time frame. Like I'm going to see that the market is in a downtrend. But as long as the market is in an uptrend, right? I want to wait for price to come back to this region. I want to wait for price to come back to this region, and then I want to wait for the same thing that is going on here. I want to wait for it to happen at this region. I want to see that the indicators, the two indicators converges around this region, and they are going back up from this region, right? The blue guy is going to always do that first. It's going to always move up first. When it moves up first, the red guy, which is the stochastic oscillator, is going to follow next, right? Once they are pointing towards the upside, and then they cross. Once they cross this black line here, remember we have three levels: one, two, three. Once they cross the second level here, from you're counting from below, right? This is the first one, this is the second one. Once they cross the second one here and they're above it, right? And then I see that there's a clear closing of the candlestick right when the two indicators here cross above it. Then I'm going to take my buy. I'm going to catch profits. Imagine if I had seen what is happening, if I had seen when price got to this region, that's exactly when the uh the indicators, both indicators converged around this region and then crossed to the upside, and then they are pointing upwards by this time, and then they're going up, right? So that's when the market started making this upward movement, right? That means if I had seen it, I would have entered this trade just around this region when these indicators had converged here. I would have placed my buy entry right here, and I would have been able to catch all of these candlesticks before the spike comes, right? So I want you guys to practice this. You can see it happens almost all the time. Happens almost all the time. You can see that. So I need you guys to practice this. Make sure it works perfectly for you. Make sure it works perfectly for you before you attempt it on a live account, guys. Look at that. Look at that. It happens almost all the time, right? Make sure it works perfectly for you before you get to apply it to a live account and make that money, guys. When you make the money, please, I'm not asking you for money, but make sure that you drop your testimonies. You can always reach out to me using the phone number in the description box of this video. My WhatsApp number will be there. Especially if you have challenges, you can always reach out. I'll be there to guide you. And you can always join our free Telegram group where we drop more of valuable information for free for people who are over 1,500 on that platform. Just join us and make sure you're part of what we have there. And if you have been benefiting from our strategies, they've been meaning well to you, please, 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 please do well to subscribe to the channel. Do well to smash the like button. Do well if you are new, especially do well to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.